Test, check.
You take us in, Mr. Vic, and come over here.
I feel like we're, okay.
What do you think?
I guess it's following us. Okay,
Yeah,
here we go. Hey, look who I found. We went and saw a movie together like the old days, my friend.
Like the old days.
Yes.
And there's something I gotta say. The only reason why I came to see this movie today was to hang out with you.
Oh,
that was the only reason why. Clink.
That's awesome.
The only reason.
Not the Marvel experience?
Well, you know what? Over the years, me and you have enjoyed Marvel films. You to a greater degree
I
than
love
myself.
superhero movies, yeah.
I kind of like the Deadpool movies and a few of them like that. But
Yep.
like Ant-Man, I didn't see, and a whole bunch of the others like Eternals, I haven't seen.
Right.
Oh, I passed up on all of it.
I had to lean over to you to tell you that this piece that we saw in the movie was from
Yes.
Eternals, but you already knew that.
I did know that part.
Yeah.
And Vic, just take us in and let's get into this.
It's Captain America, Brave New World. Anthony Mackie is now our new Captain America, and I enjoyed his whole sequence in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I thought that was a great show, and I was looking forward to this movie very much. We get to see Danny Ramirez take the mantle of the new Falcon, and he's got his new suit, and I thought he did a pretty good job. And of course, Harrison Ford is the President of the United States, Thunderbolt Ross, picking up from William Hurt, shaving the mustache, but of course becomes the Red Hulk, and that's the huge kind of component of the film. But man, this movie was bad.
This movie was terrible.
So bad.
Oh, okay. Can I just say something?
Yeah.
I was watching it. Vic actually leaned over to me. He said, "Are you okay?" Because I was fidgeting so much. I was looking at the ceiling, and hey, Vic, there's something else I have to say.
Yeah.
I'm admitting this. I kept looking over at your iWatch to see the time.
Oh.
I probably looked at it like 10 times.
Oh,
I'm like,
jeez.
15 more minutes has passed. Do you know that's really bad? And I just want to say something. I think where we got to start from is, I really liked him as Falcon.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's got the mantle and he's stepping up. And here's the thing. I was rooting for him. I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Let's just go with this.
Yeah.
But I just don't think he's powerful enough of a character, no pun intended.
Yeah.
In the acting chops. I think he's a good actor, but when I watch
it's not written well for him.
It's not written well.
Yeah,
This is a bad story. That's a great place to start.
Yeah,
it's a
and
bad story.
at the outset though, the idea of Anthony Mackie being Captain America, we should not even see the turmoil now.
Yeah.
He should just have it. This is his first feature film,
And it should be awesome.
And he should just be a freaking rock star. And we
Yeah.
should just feel, we shouldn't see the insecurity about the mantle and the responsibility.
Yeah.
He should just know how to do it. And we do see a couple of action sequences where he does kick ass, and it does feel pretty cool.
It's not bad.
But yeah, it's not bad. And
not
that's
bad.
a problem, that it's not
problem.
bad. But it's also, coupled with him sort of contemplating his value and his responsibility. And we see him kind of fretting about whether he should take the super serum or not. And there's some interesting bits in there, but that's such tired territory, and they did that in the show.
Yeah, and the problem here is there's no arc.
Right.
I'm never kind of going, wow, we learned something about this character. He grew as a character. He's just like, at the end, he's exactly the same as how he started.
Yeah.
Everybody is flat in this movie.
Yes.
Nothing is elevated. I didn't care about anybody.
The only cool thing is the Red Hulk sequence.
That was the only thing that was fun, and it was very short-lived.
Yeah.
But that bit was fun, and we're not saying where it is in the movie.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
I know, and I was
Oh
like,
my
okay,
God.
let's go. We're gonna ramp up. The character has learned a lot. He just, he's had some pretty big dramatic moments, and I thought, okay, and we've isolated the bad guys, and we know all the stuff.
God.
I thought, okay, and here's the third act. Let's go, and then
It was over. It was over.
What?
Yeah, that was the movie? That was Captain America?
I couldn't believe
I
it.
was really disappointed because I'm not a hater of superhero movies, but I'm not I don't really want to go and see them.
Yeah.
I must admit, I was kind of rooting for this movie. I thought, you know what, I'll go in with low expectations, and it might surprise me. And I sat there, and in 5 to 10 minutes, I was exhausted, and I wanted to go home.
I liked the first opening sequence, which was the 30 minutes that they showed me, and it has that kind of Winter Soldier kind of crackle.
Sure.
We're introduced to Harrison Ford as the president. He's trying to put this accord together. He's trying to get all these different groups from the international community to align with him about something pretty big and dramatic, and stuff goes wrong, and there's like a Manchurian Candidate kind of like overtone, and whether you trust the government or not. I liked those elements, and then it just got really slow. Like the pacing just devolved, and it was really
There was
weak.
no pacing.
Yes.
There was really no story.
Yes.
Do you know what? Things just happened.
They just happened.
They just happened. And I remember the South Park creators saying, and if you do a story beat and this just happens, it should be because of something happened.
Right.
You did something.
And stuff is happening off screen.
Always off screen. Yeah.
And so there's some kind of thing that makes the Captain America and Falcon team jump into action, but it isn't rooted.
Yeah, we're not rooting for them. We're not like, let's get in there and do it.
Yeah.
This movie, I didn't like any character. I didn't like any bits of the story.
Well, you hated all of that, because I liked Danny Ramirez. I liked his interplay with Anthony Mackie. Yes, I did. I liked them when they go to the White House.
So we're talking about that.
I like him.
I did. Oh, God.
You don't like him.
Talk about lame.
Okay, I like him.
Do you know what? We had Captain Falcon and Falcon lame. That's what we had here. That's what I felt. I mean, honestly, Vic, I'm not a hater. I don't really care about these movies that much.
Yeah.
And I went in.
You were bored out of your brain.
I was bored out of my mind. And I wanted to be cheering.
Me too.
I wanted to enjoy this so much.
Yeah, me too.
I wanted to have a good time.
Yeah.
Vic, I didn't come all the way out here. You didn't come all the way out here to go see the movie for 2 hours.
Dude, I know. And there was no
time.
early screening. We didn't see this early.
Yeah.
And I understand why now. They pulled the screenings, and I just wanted more. I've been reading a couple of nice tweets about the movie, and I've been reading a lot of connections to Winter Soldier. This is nowhere near the quality of Winter Soldier.
No, that's like another level of Marvel. That's like seems to be far along away now.
That was such an incredible film because it just didn't. The pacing of it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was so tense, every second of it. And this one, you're just like, okay, we're slowing down to have some computer time now. Okay.
Let's just talk about stuff. That's a lot of the movies. But I was really hoping, like, this movie should be an hour and a half long, and action, and we're like, wow, amazing.
And with a huge epic and heart and an ending that makes you feel like you're satisfied. And I can't believe it just ended. It was just like, it's like the episode is over, so we have to turn it off. And
I know. I was like,
maybe you'll come back next week. It was so weird.
I cut to the credits. I'm like, oh, that was it. So the bad guys just, I can't say anything. So that was it. And I'm like, okay, good. I'm glad it's over. I'm so glad I get to go home. I'm standing in the freezing cold with you right now, talking about this movie.
I think I like that less than the Eternals.
Oh boy.
And I think I like the Marvels more than this.
I
don't know my full pecking order, but this was lame as hell. I'm
surprised because he kept saying to me, "Are you okay?" And because I thought he was really enjoying the movie, I'm like, of course, Vic's gonna like this movie.
I
liked
sequences in it,
and
I like the actors.
That's it.
I like Red Hulk, and I actually like Falcon Cap. I think the action of him is pretty cool. Yeah. I like the bad guys that are introduced.
Really, the bad guys?
I do. They're written poorly.
Some of the makeup.
Yeah.
I'll just say this for anybody who's seen it.
Yeah.
Oh my.
No, but
talk about horrible.
I like the bad guy. I like the twisted quality of the bad guy and how insidious he is.
Oh, I didn't feel that.
But it's not framed and anchored to anything cohesive that you really care about. You just don't care.
No.
It's so surface.
It's sad.
And there's good work. I like Carl Lumbly. I love that actor. He's incredible.
Yeah.
He's the older Captain America that was betrayed by his country.
He's really good.
He's amazing, and he was great in the show.
He had more heart than anything in the entire movie.
It's so true.
Yeah.
And he's just like a really cool anchor point, and I like Harrison Ford's kind of, some of the backstory there. But I don't think this was stitched together well at all. This was
story to begin with.
Yeah,
right?
It was a bad script. It was a bad script and boring direction.
Yeah,
and it was meandering. It looked like it was problematic, and of course, they had a lot of reshoots, famously.
A lot,
yeah.
I heard that.
This was weak. I don't know if it's the worst of the Marvel things, but it's the worst Captain America by far.
Oh my God.
I feel terrible for everybody involved because there's really incredible talent here.
We want these movies to be good.
Yes.
We want to enjoy them too.
We want to come out with that elation, like, oh my God, I can't wait for more Marvel. And
I know.
This is so deflating.
Even the end sequence, which we sat in the theater to watch,
God, that was lame.
So bloody awful.
Yeah.
You couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was bad. There's no...
Vic, I'm so curious. What are you going to score this?
I think I'm at a 4.5.
You know,
what are you giving it?
I can't believe you give it the actual half. I'm giving it a 4. And actually, to be honest with you, I'm going down. I'm going 3, and I'm only giving it 3 for the Red Hulk sequence. And I didn't even like that much.
I thought that was awesome.
No, it was pretty cool.
I thought that was awesome.
But that's the whole
my boy.
That's it. It's
my boy.
Oh yeah, Harrison Ford, who's been eternally tired for the last 40 years.
Oh my God, I love him.
I'm tired. I'm the Red Hulk.
No, don't insult my boy.
I love Harrison Ford as well. I saw him at the same time you did in '81. You know, in obviously Indiana Jones and in Star Wars back then.
Yep.
But boy, he's been exhausted after that, and and this movie's exhausting.
I like the Red Hulk, but yeah, it's pretty much most of the points are for the Red Hulk. So 4.5. I'm gonna give it a 4.5
3
and a 3.
Can't stand it. I never want to see this movie ever again.
Stinky.